Well, here's something of a surprise. In fact, there's two surprises on here, one which you can't see, but which has just appeared. Many of our invertebrates are quite aptly named, sometimes named after their choice of host plant. Here's one such species. But it shouldn't be here because this is larch ladybird. It's one of two, and they're underneath some pines, some kind of pines, but they're certainly not larch. But this species can sometimes be found on Scots pine and species like that, other species of pine, by beating. But I'm very, very surprised because in the Sherwood Forest area, this is not a common ladybird by any means. So this is a nice little thing to see and find, and it's treating us to absolutely lovely views. The other one, which I will try and film, is slightly darker than this one, and this looks female, the other one looks male because there's a difference in size between the two. We may have flight here, although it's not the warmest of mornings, but you certainly get the idea of what larch ladybird's about, even if it's not on larch. So it always pays to keep an open mind when looking for invertebrates. But this is also a good example of why you can't always go by an invertebrate's common name. This is nowhere near larch. It is found commonly on larch if you take the time to use a beating tray. But occasionally these insects turn up on the least expected plant. But I was surprised to see the one, and then even more surprised to see a second larch ladybird on what is white dead nettle. But at some time they've come off the trees above and are certainly looking for food on this. But it's a lovely little species, and it's quite unmistakable. I suppose you can get some 10-spot ladybirds which can be vaguely like this in the colour of the elytra, but there's usually those darker markings that go lengthways along the elytra, and there are differences too in the pronotum and the colour of the head. But a lovely little thing to find. Always pays to look, and look everywhere, and keep an open mind as to what you might find and what it actually is that you find.